This program is brought to you by Pussy Magnets.
Put a midge on your friends with a pussy magnet.
Welcome, welcome, my lovely lumps. Or maybe let's go with lovely labs. That's pretty on brand. Anyway, I'm so thrilled to have you here in the Labia Lounge. We're going to be yarning about all things sexuality, intimacy, womanhood, relating, holistic health, and everything in between. We're going to have vag loads of real chats with real people about real shit. So buckle up because you're about to receive the sex ed that you never had and hopefully have a bit of a chuckle while you're at it. Before we get stuck in, I'd like to respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. It's a massive privilege to be living and creating dope podcast content in Naarm, and I just want to pay my respects to their elders past, present, and emerging. Now, if you're ready, let's flap and do this.
Don't panic, you're not broken. Your sex education was a piece of shit. Get your flaps out and pull up the couch. It's the Labia Lounge.
Hey gang, just before we jump into this episode, I wanted to offer you an opportunity to access my new mini course for free before I start charging for it in future. It's for people with vulvas and it's quick to complete. It's all about demystifying the female body and pleasure anatomy and getting some basic fundamentals to understand your body better. It's called Pussy Pleasure Secrets, Your Roadmap to Bedroom Bliss. You can grab it on the freebies page of my website or in the show notes. It's a great little free resource to kind of dip your toe in or act as a bit of a taster for my work. So if you've ever been curious about this sort of thing and you just don't know where to start, or you want a really quick, easy, accessible, non-threatening way to get the ball rolling and start working on this stuff, this is a great place to start. What's up, guys? I'm back with another installment with Dan. I think you're gonna lose your minds over this. Last time we heard about his first time eating pussy as a teenager who was just sort of like coming out as gay and like not really interested in women, but was just like so DTF and GGG. I think that's like man, I haven't actually listened to Dan Savage in like 10 years, but I used to listen and I think he has a term like GGG, which is like, which stands for good, giving, and game, which is kind of like good as in got some skills, pretty attentive, giving as in prioritizing mutual pleasure, and then game as in like pretty open-minded to exploring new things and just game to try it. So I would say that Dan is like the epitome of triple G energy. And so when the opportunity to eat some pussy presented itself when he was a teenager, he fucking went for it. And God, it's a story. So if you didn't listen to that one, please go back and listen. This one is going to be, equally entertaining and insightful. Again, apologies for the audio quality. I explained why it's so shitty in my last episode with him, but hopefully it's still audible enough for you. And enjoy this chat. There's more to come. I'm still chipping away at my editing of like the fucking 3 or 4 hours of content that we got just sitting and having a yarn and working through a bunch of his and my favorite topics and stories. Enjoy.
All right, so fun story. So I'll give the context. As you know,
Please.
Recently lost my job, went through a redundancy, been a really tough time waiting to hear back from a bunch of applications I made a month ago. So I waited on Monday morning for all the calls. I got really sad that I didn't hear anything, and my beautiful partner decided to be very romantic and booked us like a 3-day getaway to this beautiful mansion that had a giant pool to ride out this heat wave that we're having in Melbourne at the moment.
Oh, this is where you just were on the weekend.
This is where I just was. So,
oh my God, epic.
So yeah, shout out to my man.
Yeah, go him.
Yeah, awesome. So, I cannot believe it. It's like a 12-bedroom giant house out in Kew. So we pack our bags, get the dogs on the way, and we arrive through the backyard. We park next to the pool. We're looking up at this like giant 2-story house that makes absolutely no sense that the two of us are going to be in for the next 3 days.
In Kew as well. I was imagining it was like out in the country or something?
No.
Like a little staycay in the city.
Staycay in the city.
Just on the other side of the
Living the high life, yeah.
I love that.
So we get there, like I said, so excited. The pool's there, it's looking beautiful. And my partner has, throughout our relationship, has always had this like, his family comes from like regional small town in Italy and has this like weird psychic intuition that always just has a really great read on situations. And we rock up and he's just looking at the house and I can tell something's up and he's like, there's just something off about this. Like, this just doesn't look like what I thought. And I was like, no, it perfectly matches the photos on the listing. Don't know what you're on about. So we like get out of the car, get our bags, and as soon as we like enter the house, I kind of start to pick up on what he's feeling. Like the carpet's like a bit dirty, the house is like has like scuff marks all over the walls, the like ceiling looks like it's just been leaking and like flooding from upstairs, has not been cleaned like at all. And we're like, this is crazy because from the outside this is this like luxury house, but we're trying to be positive. So I'm like, no, the house is still cool, like okay, it looks a bit odd but it's still sick, like it's a massive house. I'm not used to living this high life, so I'm trying to make it work. And as we kind of just enter all the rooms, it just looks really odd. Like there's barely any furniture. It's really barren. It's just bedrooms upon bedrooms upon bedrooms.
Whoa.
Like there's no study. There is a living room.
It's just a porno house.
Well, didn't make that connection so far.
Oh my God.
So again, trying to like be really positive about it. So we're like, cool, whatever. We get our pick of the litter of whatever bedroom we want to be in, but it's already hot. So we go out, we enjoy being in the pool. The pool is amazing. The backyard's incredible. The dog's running around. We're having the most beautiful, wholesome time.
Is the pool clean at least?
The pool is clean.
Great.
Yeah. We got to play like sexy pool cleaner. We had like a little thing to get the leaves out, but overall really clean.
Yeah.
But the day ends, it's time to go like back into the house and we go to actually pick the bedroom that we're going to sleep in. So we go upstairs, pick what's clearly the master bedroom, and I'm like walking in, something catches my eye under the bedroom. It's like pink and sparkly. So I like look underneath it and there's like lots of like streamers and stringers that have like, you know, red hearts on them. And I'm like, oh, cute. Like, this massive house, it makes sense to be here before maybe like a wedding or like a wedding recovery. Like I can see a bridal party getting ready here, or like, I don't know, maybe a weird proposal. So I'm just trying to make sense of it.
Okay, yeah.
And my partner comes into the room and starts to set like his stuff down on the bedside table. And we see there's just like this oily, sticky substance like all over it. And it's in the shape of a very small kind of cylindrical bottle shape. It's lube. It's just like the bedside table is just covered in lube. And so we're like, oh, okay, the cleaners have clearly missed this room. That's a bit odd. We'll go to the next room. We walk into the next room and there's a poster on the wall for shout out active consent. It was the OMFG framework, which was around, how to have consensual conversations. And so we were like, okay, amazing. Why is it in this little Airbnb that we're staying in a bedroom? So that room is probably not where we're going to stay in. I'm trying to make sense of this. My partner's like just kind of standing in the room and I'm like, no, like let's go into another bedroom. And he just looks me dead in the eye and he's like, we're in a brothel right now. Like this is definitely some sort of sex house. And I'm like, not at all. Like this is an Airbnb. Like we looked at the reviews, like people clearly like stay here. And he's like, nah, like there's something like that's going on here. I was like, all right, like let's continue to the next room, the next adventure. We find another room downstairs. It's the smallest room. It feels like a kid's room, so that feels safe to us for some reason. It has the smallest bed. It's like a double bed, but in the corner is a ring light. And so we're now like, okay, 100% stuff is going down here.
Oh my God.
We decide to sleep in that room and we have like just the worst night's sleep possible. Our dogs like just like are really unsettled from the moment that we got there, and There was like 2 spiders and a cockroach that woke us up in the middle of the night that we had to deal with. Had the like world's
How
worst
did
sleep.
they wake you up? They're quite quiet.
Well, sorry, we like saw them like on the wall, and I'm not about to like let a spider be, a meter away
You
from
woke
me.
up and just happened to see it.
See it, yeah, and had to deal with it. So come the next day, and we're just like seeing the house in the daylight and seeing that it's just really dirty. Even the bedroom that we've just slept in, my partner has glasses. He's like put his glasses on the next day. They're sticky. There's lube also on the table in
What
this room
the
that he didn't
fuck?
realise. And we're just like, this feels wrong. Like, he's like, I want to go. Like, let's get out of here. This is also a 41-degree day in Melbourne. So I'm like, I kind of want to go in the pool one more time. Do you mind, like, giving me a few hours of being in this, like, sticky lube
the
cover?
outside would be alright.
Come on outside. There's no lube out here as far as I can tell. But my partner's like, nah, I want to go. Like, let's pack down. And so we do the bin run. I take everything out to the outside bin, and I open the bin up, and I see these giant bags full of streamers and full of like posters. And so I'm like, I'm so curious. I have to know. So I just like open up the bag a little bit, and I find another poster, more consent posters. So I'm flicking through it, and I find that a swingers party was hosted at the house the night before.
Yeah.
And I excitedly ran like inside to my partner. I was like, I've solved the mystery. There was a swingers party here. And we were just so like enamored by the fact that we had like just missed out 12 hours later, being in this sex house. And so we like found like the party and the organizations on the poster. We wanted to find out when the event was. And just had this like whole amazing 24 hours in a post-swinger sex party house, and left with lots of lube stained items of clothing. But what I feel is like a really, really great story.
Dude, I cannot get over, like, why wasn't it cleaned?
Exactly.
Did you complain and get your money back?
100%.
And what did they say?
100% refund.
Okay,
so
good.
it is fully a good story. We reached out and we're like, hey, love that happened here. Don't love that it wasn't cleaned before we arrived. Like, it was just the bed sheets and the towels that had been done. So we feel comfortable that we didn't leave with anything
And
directly.
What did they say? Did they know there'd been a swingers party held there?
No. So they had a thing of like, this breaches our rules. Will reach out. So kind of feel like a little bit of a
Why
knock.
didn't they have a fucking cleaner actually notice that sort of shit?
Exactly. And they left the poster up. That's the thing that we were just like so blown away by. Like, you changed the bed sheets or in a room, or maybe you didn't, but you left a poster up. Yeah. And then so they came back just saying like the cleaner did a spot clean, like clearly the multi-purpose spray that they were using wasn't working. And I went back and I was like, excuse me, if there's one thing I know how lube works. And I know that if someone tried to clean these bedside tables, the lube would be streaked. It would be like covering
you
it.
wouldn't see the literal circular imprint of the bottle sitting on the...
Thank you. Yeah. So I know that there has not been a damp rag that has been run across these bedside tables. But no, we did get 100% refund and actually a voucher for a future stay. So
What, at that house?
no, just in general to stay anywhere.
Through Airbnb.
Can you imagine?
Oh my god.
Would
That's
kind of
so funny.
maybe if I get the date right, I'll walk in on a party. So
Dude, it's like pretty much as soon as you started talking about it, I was like, I know exactly what this...
I feel so naive. I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
But also, someone fucking told me a story recently. I think, like, maybe I'm getting this wrong, but I feel like it was even at your birthday. Someone was talking about a story where they were at an Airbnb and they discovered that there'd been a porno filmed in it.
Love.
Or something.
Oh, this might be my story. No, I was watching, my partner followed a local OnlyFans person in Melbourne and saw our apartment building in the background of a video.
Oh, no,
No, not that story?
It's like
Okay.
it's a proper, like, someone... It was really similar to your story in that they got to this Airbnb and they're like, something's a little bit funny about, why is there, like, and I can't remember any of the salient details, unfortunately, but they found clues and then eventually they figured out that, it had been used to film a porno, or it was like a sex party themed not themed, but like it hosted sex parties regularly.
Prepped and primed for them.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It was a fucking great story as well, actually, but I can't.
Well, I've added to the law now.
So
good. So now, like, it's turned around from this thing of being like, we stepped into and slept into this like crazy lube, dirty house to now being like,
dungeon.
we got a 2-day holiday free of charge, an extra voucher, and such a good story.
Such a good story.
I'm telling
you,
you,
hilarious experience.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes when you have a really real shocker on a little weekend getaway, you're just really relieved and grateful to be home.
we had the best coming home experience ever. I've never loved my house more than that moment. Yeah.
So, all round bonus. You got what you need out of a holiday.
100%. But then also now have so many jokes to make anytime I spill lube at home as well.
Yeah. Fuck, there'd be so many houses that actually I have a friend who has an Airbnb, like has a house that he set up as an Airbnb with like a kind of kink BDSM play party theme. So there's like a thing to be chained up to. What do you call it? Like a something board.
Yep,
well,
cross.
I should know that, crossboard. And a few little bits of equipment. Plus, it's just sort of designed. Like there's a hot tub, and it's just designed for that. And because he sort of does stuff in the sex party kink space. And I know of a couple of Airbnbs that are like specific to that. But then there'd be like, so I went to this, it was like a women-only sex party recently where I got invited by Skirt Club, who run these events. And they're like, oh, you've got this podcast, Labia Lounge, like we want to offer you a free ticket to come and check this thing out. And I was like, well, I'm not queer at all, but like, fuck yeah, I'll go and check that out. Why wouldn't I? And then I had the founder on my potty I organised to have her on my podcast the next day. So I just went to this thing, right? And like, it was, the reason I'm talking about this is like, it was evident through my chats with like the organiser and the founder who happened to be here. She's like, was doing an international tour. It's hard to find locations for the actual play bit of the evening because they go and they have like cocktails at a bar or something and it's a mingle, and then you can choose to come back to the hotel suite or the house or whatever, and they do them all around the world, and it's just difficult in some places to find, and it was real dicey. It was like this tiny little hotel suite with like, it was fucking so cramped because I like went to the drinks and nibbles bit and I was like, not going to go to the next bit because I only got a ticket to the drinks and nibbles bit. They like offered that, but then when I was there, they were like, oh, if you wanted, like, you can come along to the next thing. We couldn't find a very large space, so we just had to limit our numbers, but like there's enough room for you if you want to come. So I went to check it out and I had to leave immediately because it was so cramped, and I was like, they were all starting to play spin the bottle in this like tiny little, I was thinking there was going to be a fucking hot tub and like showers and like chandeliers and stuff, like, because some of their events are like real bougie, but this was not. It was in a Quest hotel and we had to sneak in batches of 5.
I've heard about this. So I've gone on this whole journey of learning about the culture of this because as a queer man, I have gay saunas, and I'm really lucky that Melbourne also has incredible bars that have back rooms where play can happen and host nudist days, and it's so accessible for me to partake in this kind of world that I've never thought about. I've never really think about, the straight world or, where are they playing in these spaces? I've heard of places, like...
we don't have beats either. There's like a whole lot of like...
No cruising in the straight world. No, but I've learnt about dogging, which is the straight person version of this, apparently.
What?
Dogging is like where you go and like have sex in a car. It's like, we called it parking when I was growing up.
And there's specific car parks where people park at night.
Yes, and now it's like straight people are kind of like entering the world of cruising and they're calling it dogging. And it's like starting to be a thing.
Dogging is a foul name.
I'm pretty sure it comes from the UK. Like they used it and kind of coined the term, and it's coming across here.
Like, who's doing that? I want to meet someone who's done that.
Future potty episode. Let's find someone who's into dogging.
Someone that does dogging. And in Melbourne, is there stuff? Like,
yes, yeah.
And what do they call the beats? Like dog parks? Is it just in the car park of dog parks?
That's how it started. Maybe that's the etymology of the word.
maybe.
Yeah, dogging. But yeah, so I've gone on this like rabbit hole after I found the hosts of this sex party at the Airbnb I was at. Learning about how like they have to like find spaces, and there's like Melbourne subreddits of like Melbourne swingers, and they talk about coming in and walking in like batches of 3 or 4 to hotels, and they have like annual memberships where people like put in to pay for the hotels and these Airbnbs, and learning this whole subculture and like the effort that has to be put in for like straight people to experience these kind of, you know, spaces has been really interesting.
Well, me learning about the access that the gay community has to that sort of thing has been wild. Like I interviewed a friend of mine about the gay sauna scene at Wed on Wellington. So that was an episode. And that was really interesting and illuminating. So I was like, what the hell? Like, there's not really that many places like, and nor would I really want to, because casual sex for me isn't really something I'm interested in most of the time. But like, yeah, this whole subculture, and then like, Lynn's was telling me about Beats. Yeah. And like that, I was like, oh my God. And like, what are the apps called again? The
Sniffies.
Sniffies? There's another one, something to do with
Grinder.
No,
Squirt.
Squirt.
You love Squirt. I remember us talking about this. Squirt.
So Squirt is because which one's the actual app? There's one that like shows you the like concentration of people at different beats.
Yeah.
What's that one?
So that's Sniffies is like the update. So Squirt is the like founding father of the cruising apps, where Grindr was more like classic style, just like messaging, photos. Squirt originated it and first just said where cruising spots were, where beats were. So it was just kind of like a log of your city, your area, here's where you can find some. You could rate them, people could comment on it, people could say, it was like a bit like a message board and say, I'm going to be there tomorrow 1 p.m. They could say like what the general demographic was. So you could find it's like go between 2 to 3 p.m. You'll get the businessmen on their break that are horny. So it was like a full breakdown, but it was more location. And then Sniffy was born recently, which is like a mix of all of them together. So you can see the beats, you can see where people are, you can do the messaging, you can share the photos. It's the full evolution. It's the fully formed version.
Whoa. Yeah, so nothing like that for like women or bi-curious women or straight people. But like I wonder, like, I mean, fuck going dogging, because like it's how unsafe would that be for a woman?
Well, absolutely. It's and like even like
not that beats aren't totally safe for men.
No,
but
especially
like,
at the moment, there's a lot of like gay bashings like happening on Grindr and at cruising places. But absolutely, I cannot imagine how a woman would feel comfortable in those spaces. Which I guess why there now is these like sub communities made. I have seen Reddit, like there seems to be like a really thriving like swingers, like incredibly sex positive straight, you know, sub community in Melbourne.
Which I those. Yeah. I mean, it's I guess like the thing with any of this is like if the wrong person finds out about the location,
100%,
which is a risk for gay beats as well as this. But I suppose it's like if you're not a gay guy, you're less likely to hear about the beats. Whereas if you're a straight guy, you need to hear about dogging because that's it's aimed at you. So then a lot of straight guys would then find out about it, and that just is like way higher statistically. That some shit's gonna go down.
I should say as well, I think it's like mostly prevalent in like the swinging community. So I think it's like it's prevalently like a couple thing.
Oh, okay.
So
it's not just like a guy going there in their car and a girl going there in their car and...
Sure, it happens, but like from what I've seen in my research...
This is so interesting. I'm so glad we're talking about this.
It seems to be like couples, like even there's, like other things disconnected from dogging where it's just like Melbourne subreddits of people that like want to show off and like share a nude or, you know, if they're looking for someone in their area, like kind of like a... what are those... I can't remember the word. A Craigslist, like ads, like back in the day.
But sort of a bit like FetLife.
Potentially,
almost,
if
they're like looking to do some exhibitionism type stuff or looking to I actually don't really know how FetLife operates now. I remember diving in for a hot minute when I was trying to be a fucking sugar baby for a sec in my 20s. But I can't remember how the platform even really works.
I was a seeking arrangements girl myself.
Yes,
so
same. I tried that too.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
had
God.
success. Loved
Did you?
Loved it. Yeah.
You didn't tell me.
Oh, such a good story. So I only got one time out of it. So downloaded the app, created it, this whole persona.
When was this? Because I tried seeking arrangement like fucking 10 years ago or more.
It would have been 2016, around that era.
Okay,
Probably
so also really,
about 10 years. Actually, yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of like when it became known and kind of as a thing.
Were you like
Yeah, no,
16?
don't do the math. Don't do the math.
Oh,
yeah,
babe.
yeah, don't do the math.
Whoa.
Yeah. Truly putting the baby in sugar baby. Yeah.
Did you lie about your age?
Of course, yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
you're a badass at 16. Holy shit.
Yeah. It was on the apps and all of that.
Whoa.
Yeah. So yeah, tried it out. So funny. Before it became a meme, I made my name Chad.
No.
I made my name Chad.
That's great.
Yep.
That's great.
I just thought it like gave the fantasy of like this like mask, sugar baby.
18+-year-old.
Yeah, that some, like hopefully rich old man would like just want to have by his side and give me money for it. Like I wanted the whole experience.
Yeah. Wow.
So there was like quite a few people on the app. I like connected with a few good chats, maybe connected to some on other social medias, but didn't really go anywhere. A lot of men that like didn't actually want to spend money. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
they wanted to talk, they wanted to get photos, didn't want to, or what they were offering was like not at all worth my time. Yeah.
No.
I may have been young, but I knew what a dollar was worth. Yeah. But then I found this like 40-year-old sexy tradie on there, which was exciting, but I wanted like an older man. Like I wanted like, the full experience. So I was like, whatever, sure.
I mean, he's still older. 40. You wanted old.
Yeah.
You wanted silver fox.
Yeah. Yeah, still do. Yeah. But he was like, it was not like an ongoing thing. He was very clear that he wanted to just kind of treat me like, a one night kind of experience. And I was down for that. He was willing to pay a good amount of money for it. And his only request was that I was like unshowered. I was as musky like as possible. Really wanted to just like, get up like in the folds and just like experience the aroma. Like that's all he wanted.
Wow.
So he chose
this
me.
This is a 40-year-old tradie?
40-year-old tradie.
Okay, wow.
Chose me specifically because I was like uncut and wanted that full experience of just like getting up in there. So booked out the Ibis Hotel in Melbourne, which I thought was quite nice at the time. Rocked up, like just bought condoms, didn't know if like I'd need them. Met him outside of...
Did you like catch a train or something?
Probably, yeah. Caught a train into the city. Met him...
Lied to your parents about where you were going kind of vibe? Or did you have a lot of freedom?
Had a lot of like time of going into the city or being with friends or doing my own thing. So yeah, met him out the front. He was so sexy. Oh my God. He immediately told me what his name was because he didn't have it on the profile, and his name was Doug, which I just thought was so hot. I thought it was such a tradie name. He kind of had like dirt on his shirt, so I was like, "You've been digging too, Doug." Like, it was a whole new fantasy I didn't even know that I needed. He was so rugged and like. It was so amazing, but my whole like persona was that I was this like mask guy that he wanted to be like submissive to and like worship and service and huff and so I was like, how you're making me feel like a little girl and like I want to be up in your arms. So we get up there and he immediately gives me the money, which I was like, oh, that was interesting. I expected it after the fact, but I was like, I like that you stand on business. He pulled out Viagra from his wallet and was like, do you mind if I take that? And I was like, no, go for it. I've never seen Viagra in person. He was like, do you want to have some? And I was like, fuck it, sure. He was like, have you had it before? And I was like, no. And he was like, take like a little quarter or like half. So he was like, looking after me. worked like a charm. We were ready to go, got naked, tried to like initiate making out, and it was clear that he did not want to kiss whatsoever. So clearly was hung up on that still somehow. And I was like,
Do you think he was like in the closet?
I know he was bisexual, so I know he like actively fucks women, and I think just maybe sometimes gets a root in with a guy when he can. But very much like interesting around sex. Like I remember he described himself as being really like, as most men are, like really dominant in, you know, bed with women, but wanting to be really submissive when with a man.
Yeah.
So that was the whole kind of structure of it. So yeah, I felt really rejected. He didn't want to kiss, and I was like, I can be dominant, but I still want to make out. I fucking love making out. It's the best part of sex. Kiss me. So I was already kind of pissed off at that point. But then all he wanted to do was he just literally lived down there, his nose pressed up against the head, just huffing it, until he just jerked himself off and came. And that was it. It didn't even last an hour. Offered me a shower afterwards, and I was like, no, like, you cleaned me up. There wasn't much action. I haven't really sweat much. I've just lied here.
So wait, did he give you a gobby? Or
No,
he just sniffed.
Just sniffed
Did
it.
he like give you a handy?
Yeah, handy at the same time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely sucked it at like points, but it was mostly around like quick taste, go back to like giving it a whiff. Yeah. So yeah, laid there. We both came, did nothing else, made a few $100, left, and that was my only experience. He never messaged me again, never connected with anyone
so you
else.
didn't have like a ongoing sugar daddy or anything?
Nah, just the one.
Okay, did you like stop looking after that, or you just didn't find?
Continue to look, but no leads, and maybe for a few months, and then I was like, I think I then got a boyfriend or something. Yeah.
Okay. And had you been like quite sexually active for a while before that? Because you seem pretty confident going into that work experience.
Yeah, super. Like I was very, very young when I first started being sexually active. I hit puberty super young. I was like 9-10 years old. Like when I went through puberty, I got I got my pubes when I was like 8 years old. What? Here's another really fantastic.
Mind blowing.
Here's another really fantastic story. So to paint a picture for the audience, I have crazy pubes. They are like, they're massive. I have like really long snail trail that like turns into just this far wide, iconic.
This is just I don't expect that from you. To look at you.
No, I'm actually super hairy under this.
Wow.
Like peak at the belly. Like, so just imagine that goes all the way down.
Okay.
But it gets really thick, really dark, crazy curly hairs down there. But it's really widespread. It's awesome. I love it. I don't shave. I'm like full here for the pube. But it came in when I was like 8 years old, and I have a distinct memory of, I can't remember what grade you're in at that age, but we were doing swimming lessons as part of like the school year. And I remember being in the change rooms, and my best friend was like, we were getting changed next to each other. And I remember he says, and it's so funny coming from an 8-year-old, he says something along the lines of like, whoa, you look like Abe Lincoln down there. And me not even knowing the reference. I didn't know what the reference was, but he had this huge reaction at the fact that I had pubes while my entire class is in the change rooms getting changed, getting back into our uniform.
And did you feel self-conscious or?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a crazy event. I was so quickly covered and moved on out of there. But it wasn't until later until I would have even known who Abraham Lincoln was. and probably in that moment of like learning this like very important president being like, my pubes were compared to his beard, which was made by a reference made by an 8-year-old.
That's crazy.
Insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
He must have just watched The Simpsons or something.
100%.
He's seen a cartoon version of Abe Lincoln.
And saw it again when he saw me changing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I have so many more follow-ups and there's so many things I want to talk about, but I need a wee. I want to like get...
Let's get comfy.
So let's relocate.
Yeah.
But like... My god, I'm loving this chat. You are literally, this is like my dream come true, because every time I've seen you the last few times, you just started talking and I've just gone, fuck me dead, I need to be recording this. Like this is so ridiculous. Like you have so many, even just the amount of shit you have to say about a fucking foreskin, man. Like we'll get there.
Topic.
Your favorite topic? We'll get there. Oh my god.
Hey, me again. If you'd like to support the potty and you've already given it 5 stars on whatever platform you're listening on, I want to mention that you can buy some really dope merch from the website and get yourself a Labia Lounge tote, tee, togs. Yep, you heard that right. I even have Labia Lounge bathers. Or a cute fanny pack if that'd blow your hair back. So if fashion isn't your passion though, you can donate to my Buy Me a Coffee donation page, which is actually called Buy Me a Soy Chai Latte, because I'll be the first to admit I'm a bit of a Melbourne cafe tosser like that. And yes, that is my coffee order. You can do a once-off donation or an ongoing membership and sponsor me for as little as 3 fat ones a month. And I also offer one-on-one coaching and online courses that'll help you level up your sex life and relationship with yourself and others in a really big way. So every bit helps, because it ain't cheap to put out a sweet podcast into the world every week out of my own pocket. So I will be undyingly grateful if you support me and my biz financially in any of these ways. And if you like, I'll even give you a mental BJ with my mind from the lounge itself. Saucy. And I'll pop the links in the show notes. Thank you. Later. And that's it, darling hearts. Thanks for stopping by the Labia Lounge. Your bum groove in the couch will be right where you left it, just waiting for you to sink back in for some more double L action next time. If you'd be a dear and subscribe, share this episode, or leave a review on iTunes, then you can pat yourself on the snatch, because that's a downright act of sex-positive feminist activism, and you'd be supporting my vision to educate, empower, demystify, and destigmatize with this here podcast. I'm also always open to feedback, topic ideas that you'd love to hear covered, questions or guest suggestions, so feel free to get in touch via my website or over on Insta. You can also send me in TMI stories to be shared anonymously on the pod. My handle is FreyaGraff_the Labia Lounge, if my account hasn't been deleted for being too sex positive, which, is always a possibility with censorship. But just in case the chronic censorship finally does obliterate my social channels, I'd highly recommend going and joining my mailing list and snagging yourself some fun freebies for the trouble at www.freyagraff.com/freebies. Anyway, later, labial legends. See you next time.